Can you guys hear me okay? Testing, testing, testing. Oh, yes. Finish. Okay. Good morning. Hi.
Good morning, Fatima. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Tired, but good.
Well, I'm glad you joined the meditation today. I know a few other people are supposed to be hopping on, but we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm actually recording this session. I did want to let you know that at the beginning, just in case you wanted to turn off your video, totally optional. But I'm going to be recording it for my Patreon, so they can have access to it if they cannot make it. I'm really excited about this meditation, actually. Turn this down a little bit, mainly because
the description. I like the description. It sounded very, very needed this week.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like it's been a theme for a lot of people lately, including myself. Like a lot of times when these themes or ideas come to me, it really is because it's like something that I'm working through as well, you know? So I think I'm just grateful to be used in that way where it's like what's resonating for me happens to be resonating for a lot of other people too, so we can work through it together, because I think that's the whole point of community, and my community especially. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me just and for the sake of, although you and I already know each other, for the sake of if anyone does happen to catch the recording, I'm going to do the whole spiel.
Right ahead.
So thank you everybody for joining this meditation. My name is Fatima, and I am the founder of the soulbeautychat community. I'm also a certified meditation and mindfulness teacher and a brand strategy consultant. And the Soul Beauty Chat is a self-care community and podcast that is designed to empower people through faith-infused resources, mental health support, one-to-one coaching, and wellness events. And today's theme, like we started to chat about a little bit, is going to be self-worth. And before we dive into the actual class, I just wanted to share a little bit about self-worth. Like, I just looked up the definition out of curiosity, and according to Merriam-Webster, self-worth is a feeling that you are a good person who deserves to be treated with respect. Dr. Christina Hilbert explains that self-esteem is what we think and feel and believe about ourselves, whereas self-worth is recognizing that I am greater than all of those things. It is a deep knowing that I am of value, that I am lovable, necessary to this life, and incomprehensible worth. So I thought that was a beautiful definition, just breaking down the difference between self-esteem and self-worth. And there is a difference. They're very similar, but there is a difference. And I think the two really do impact one another. So this meditation is also going to include some journaling prompts. It's going to include discussion at the end where we can share what came up for us during class. So just some house rules. If you want to turn your camera off, which I see you already have camera, thank you. And then mics muted, of course, for sound. And then I would also recommend having a journal nearby just in case you have any thoughts or insights that come to you that you feel inclined to write down immediately. I would also recommend that towards the end, if you have anything you want to share or any questions you want to ask, that you can turn on your mics and engage. The meditation is probably going to be around 25 minutes or so. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So Let's just go ahead and settle into our seats if we haven't done so already. And choose a position that feels comfortable to you, whatever that looks like, whether it's feet planted firmly on the floor or if your legs are crossed. Just sit in a position that is relaxed yet alert and with an openness in your heart space, because self-worth really does connect to that heart center. And self-worth also connects to forgiveness, which is also a part of that heart center. So we're really going to tune into that today. So just allow yourself to be open, shoulders back and down, away from your ears. And if you haven't already, just go ahead and close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. And as you begin to just become aware of your breathing, just notice how your body feels. If you're tired, if you are sore in any areas, and without judgment, just allow yourself to experience that. Noticing if you hear any sounds around you or even in my background, and just acknowledge that all of that, all of this is a part of the meditation. That when we are sitting with ourselves, that means things will arise, distractions, outside things that we can't control. And the practice of meditation really allows us to get comfortable with not being in control all the time. Fully surrendering to whatever is arising within us or around us. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, but this time hold it at the top for 3 seconds. And exhale slow and deep out through the mouth. Again, breathing in through the nose and holding at the top for 3 seconds. Out through the mouth. Continue to do that for a few more rounds. And allow yourself to really just get into it. Letting out audible exhales. Trusting that you are safe in this moment to be yourself. Whatever version of yourself that's shown up today is welcomed here. Breathing in deep through the nose, out through the mouth. Be here now. 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 Continue to breathe in and out at your own pace. As you continue to breathe in and out at your own pace, bring your awareness to your feet and just notice how they feel, slowly scanning up past your ankles, your calves, allowing your body to relax deeper. Noticing if there's any tension in your hips or your thighs, and sending compassion to those areas. Bringing your awareness to your belly, noticing your hands if they're rested in your lap. Bringing your awareness up your arms, through your abdomen, noticing your back. Noticing how your shoulders feel as you continue to breathe. becoming aware of everything, scanning up through your heart space, sending love and compassion and softness to that area. Breathing in deep in your heart space, bringing your awareness up beyond your throat. Noticing if there's any tension between your neck and your shoulders. Scanning up, noticing your jaw. Relaxing. Breathing. Taking in deep breaths through the nose, bringing your awareness to the space right between your brows. Is there any tension there? Can you relax it a little bit more? Bringing your awareness up beyond your brows to the top of your head. And just consider the question, what external factors have been dictating my self-worth? What external factors have been dictating my self-worth? Notice how that question makes you feel in your body. Notice if any thoughts come up. And just allow it. Don't resist or push it away. Just allow it. Taking a full deep breath in through the nose, breathing into any discomfort that question may have brought up. And breathing out, trusting that you are safe here. On your next inhale, I want you to consider the following question. What did past painful experiences cause me to believe about myself? What did past painful experiences cause me to believe about myself? Again, breathing in deep into that question. Sending yourself compassion for whatever comes up. Allowing yourself the space to explore it. Acknowledging that your worth was already predetermined at the moment you were born. Acknowledging that the hurtful experiences of our past are not a reflection of who we are. Acknowledging that despite what you've been through, you're still worthy. Breathing in deep into this space, allowing taking slow breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you feel ready, I invite you to consider the following question. Who do I need to forgive? Who do I need to forgive? Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to share a few affirmations. And I invite you to first listen and receive the words, and then to repeat them using I am statements. So, for example, if I say, you are worthy, you say, I am worthy. So take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's begin. I am whole and complete. You are whole and complete. You are whole and complete. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of love. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you feel led to, you can even place one hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of love. Breathing in deep into your heart space, exhaling. Just notice how saying those words to yourself makes you feel. Without judgment, sending yourself compassion, and allowing whatever is coming up to simply be. Breathing in deep through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, deep in through the nose, holding for 3 seconds, and out through the mouth. I am perfect as I am. Ooh, 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 I am perfect as I am. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as we begin to close out the practice, I invite you to consider this scripture. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." Slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the space, noticing your body, the sounds, my voice, the music, and begin to wiggle your toes. Maybe stretch your legs. Just allow your body to move in whatever way feels good and natural. If you want to sway, and when you feel ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Taking as much time as you need. So, as promised, I want to leave a little bit of space to reflect if you would like to. I'll also pop the questions in the chat as well, just in case you want to see them again. So the first one is, what external factors have been dictating my self-worth? The second one is, what did past painful experiences cause you to believe about yourself? And who do you need to forgive? And also, these questions are a bit heavy. So if you don't have any thoughts at this moment, I definitely understand that. But I think personally, what came up for me when I was journaling about these questions this morning in particular and over the weekend, was just the connection between the experiences that dictated my self-worth were directly connected to people in my life that I cared about at some point in one way or another. And whether it was through their actions or their words, they did something that was hurtful to me and caused me to feel disrespected, mistreated, overlooked. And over time, we can carry that resentment. That's something that really came up for me lately, is realizing that sometimes we don't even realize we need to forgive somebody. And we don't realize that that is actually a direct connection to our self-worth. But lately, I feel like life has been revealing to me that they're all connected. The feeling of self-worth, my self-esteem, feeling mistreated by people that I care about, or even sometimes by people that I don't care about, like people I don't know, if they do something that I deem as disrespectful or I didn't deserve that, it lingers sometimes, and it builds up this pain inside that we can often carry with us. So those are my thoughts on it. If you have any thoughts that you would like to share, I would love to hear them. But again, no pressure.
It's interesting because I mean, in therapy this week, like, was talking about some really similar things, is kind of why I have certain patterns and such, and I'm completely open to share this and have this be seen. I probably will talk about this on my live as well. But it's kind of interesting, the patterns that of why we feel a certain way. Like I have a lot of resentment of certain things that are happening. Like, with my parents are going through a divorce right now, and I'm resentful of realizing that I'm taking on a lot of the burden on myself, that I need to forgive them, and also I need to forgive myself. Like, I feel like I've been really hard on myself for the past few months for not getting a lot of the things I want to do done, and kind of seeing where that kind of anchored and where that started, whether it was from external, like when I've looked at the external factors of what has happened in my past and
Mhm.
people who've affected me, whether it, like you said, it can be people who are close to you, those can hurt, but sometimes it can just be the lady who cut you off
Yep.
in your hometown. You're just like, get out of Silver Lake, you don't belong here,
Mhm.
causing unhappiness. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of self-forgiveness that I've had to work through,
Yeah.
and kind of breaking of patterns to be able to get to that point. So
Yeah. I think you just said something that triggered a thought, like when it comes to the external factors, how you mentioned of just you briefly touched on like not getting enough done or not doing certain things that you wanted to do. And I think that's a huge area that sometimes is often overlooked when we talk about forgiveness and self-forgiveness, because I think, at least for me, a misconception I had was that, well, I don't need to forgive anyone. Like, no one's done anything to me, like in this present moment, not realizing, one, that I'm holding on to resentment from the past, from family members, relationships, etc. But then there's also the side of it where it's like, where we are mean to ourselves and we judge ourselves, especially as like creatives. I think even as like millennials, I think especially even now with everyone just dealing with being in quarantine, it's this overwhelming feeling sometime of I should be doing more, or I have all this time now, I should have done X, Y, and Z, or I should have gotten in shape, or I should have done this, I should have started the business. So it's like we also have to can look at those moments and think, can I forgive myself in one of those areas? Because that directly ties into like an external factor that's dictating your self-worth. A lot of people, including myself in the past, we can get our self-worth from our productivity, what we're doing, what we're putting out into the world. And if we're not as productive as we once were, whether it's because of circumstances like the fact that it's a global pandemic, or if it's because of like something you mentioned, like with your parents going through a divorce, those are both external factors that can cause us to not create, to not show up in the same ways that we have in the past. And that self-forgiveness that you mentioned is just a huge part of really moving past that in a healthy way. And it's something that I'm practicing as well. Like every day I'm noticing, like, it's so interesting that this topic has just been coming up so much lately. But even yesterday in my Bible study, that's what we talked about. Just like, I haven't joined Bible study in like weeks, and I joined, and that was the topic: forgiveness. And something that I took away from that was that whether you're forgiving yourself or someone else, it is literally a daily choice and a daily practice.
yeah.
It's not a one stop thing. I really used to think that. I used to think like, okay, I told this person I forgive them, I'm great, I'm good. No. Because that
It
resentment
really, it
lingers.
has nothing to do with the other person. Like, I think I agree with you. Like, we build this up to this point of, we don't know what our forgiveness is, that we think it can just be like, okay, we've said it, or we've affirmed that to the world, or even to the person or
Mhm.
whoever, or if we're just saying it to ourselves. But forgiveness is kind of that, like, letting go, which you have to do every day. It's like, okay, yes, I'm living that. I am living that forgiveness, because forgiveness sometimes is not the easy thing. It takes work. I
Yeah.
feel like it's kind of like happiness.
Yeah.
Sometimes happiness comes upon you. Like, sometimes you can just feel forgiveness coming upon you, and like, oh, this was really easy. Oh, this came out of nowhere. I feel ready to forgive. But sometimes you have to work for it. Sometimes you have to like really put in the work to really get there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think that also ties in a lot to just like that, how we show up with ourselves and forgiving ourselves and forgiving others. It really does impact then how we interact with people. Like, similar to that post that I put up a few days ago about how um, our self-worth is directly connected to like how we allow people to treat us, what we think we deserve, what we accept from people. And I gave the example of feeling as if with certain people or around certain people you have to be a certain way, or you have to be
Yeah.
like a certain version of yourself that is deemed acceptable by this person. And I think once we all really start working through that process of forgiving ourselves, most importantly, it's like you start to get true self-acceptance, you know, like once you realize that you are perfect as you are, like one of those songs says, like you are perfect as you are, not saying that you can't improve and you can't grow, but it's just like however you are showing up today in this moment is where you are, and that is okay. And forgiving yourself for the criticism of not being enough, not doing enough, not showing up differently, just allowing yourself to be in that, I feel like really does impact your self-esteem, you know, and how you show up in different settings in life, whether it's with peers or work or anything, honestly, relationships. It really does all tie together. So, um, yeah, I just wanted to have a discussion about that. And thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on that. I really appreciate it. And I um, am feeling really led to actually share, like, do the next meditation, like, on forgiveness, because I feel like that's like the next part of
Yeah.
self-worth, you know. I'm feeling really led to do that. So I'll share more information about that when it's available. Let's see if there's anything else I want to mention. Oh, for anyone that is watching the replay, if you want to find out more resources, about the Soul Beauty Chat, how you can get involved, how you can work with me, all that information is available on my website, which is soulbeautychat.com. And there's also a form where you can complete a survey about the meditation. I'll be sure to include that somewhere on my website as well, because if you watch the replay, I don't think people can see the chat. So, so I will share that on my website as well. And then finally, this is a donation-based Zoom event. So if you haven't already and you want to make a donation, that information is also available on my website. So that is everything. Thank you again so much for joining. I'm actually, like, in a weird way, I'm actually glad that it was just us, because I feel like I've never really done this, like one-to-one meditation. And I feel like it's so just insightful for me too, to just be able to hear your story and to learn more about you, like as a friend, but also as like a student in this class, and just we're students together in this, you know. So I think it's just really awesome to hear other people's experience with forgiveness and self-worth. So thank you so much for being here and for sharing that.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel like no matter what kind of class you have, whether it is like with 15 students, 20 students, 4 students, one-on-one, like you get a very unique experience either way. And I do think one-on-one is actually, it makes me feel special. I'm like, I get to have like a one-on-one session with you.
That's
Like
like
that
so
feels
cool.
very,
I'm
very
like
special. So,
low key thinking about,
yeah.
like, should I start offering one-on-one meditation sessions? I never really
Yeah.
thought about it, but I this was so rewarding to me too, actually. So, but yeah, thank you so much. This was great. So, like I said, for anyone that's catching the replay, this is available to the Patreon community, which the link, of course, is on my website and on my Instagram if you want to learn more about that. But yeah, hopefully I will see you all, who's ever listening or watching, in the next live stream, the next live meditation. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
I
Bye.